The private sector, civil society, businesswomen and government have partnered to form the Women Economic Assembly, an initiative to facilitate the participation of female-owned businesses in core areas of the economy and to foster sustainable economic development. For more on this initiative, we're joined by Dr. Namane Mahau, who is the coordinator of the Women Economic Assembly of South Africa. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. I guess congratulations are in order. Essentially, what gave birth to this?
Yeah, thank you very much, Nhlanhla, and let me acknowledge the fact that we have got two co-chairs convening this assembly, and that's Futhi Mtoba, as well as Nikki, who is in the presidency, Namhla Nikki. The Women Economic Assembly is a very special assembly because it speaks to South Africans coming together, responding to the evolving enabling policy that is targeting, promoting participation of women in our economy, and doing it through implementation of the National Strategic Plan. And through that, the presidency, the Department of Women, private sector, and driven largely by the women themselves, seeing to it that this enabling policy finds fit in the economy, particularly at this crucial time when there's unemployment, when also women-owned enterprises are struggling. And a key part of it is that it focuses on building strategic partnerships. It's also in line with the UN Global Compact, which business, even in South Africa, is following up, and globally, which focuses on promoting the growth of women-owned enterprises. So in South Africa, we have policies that have indicated that there's a need to promote, as you are aware, Nhlanhla, the role of women, you know, in private sector, in public sector, in institutions, and even monitoring, you know, what's the level of participation of women in decision making. And I believe in Nhlanhla, this is going to be one of the biggest ones, in that it looks at women and women-owned enterprises, which, as you know, women-owned enterprises also largely also employ women, as research has shown. But with this process driven by the Women Economic Assembly, partnerships have been established and are being established with key private sector institutions in various sectors, because they would like to see public-private sector participation.
Right.
The key word and theme is partnership. It is collaboration, because it is through that opportunities can be identified, and that opportunities to enhance women's participation in preferential procurement can be extended.
And when we talk about opportunities, I mean, for women who are watching here and for some men who are watching and thinking, well, this would be great for somebody that I know. Who is then eligible, right? So are we also talking about Mama on the side of the street who is selling her vegetables? Is this something that, you know, she could also take part in and be empowered by?
Definitely, Nhlanhla, is for Mama on the side of the street, is for Mama in rural areas, is for Mama in the townships. It is also for the young dynamic woman, you know, in private sector. It's for the young dynamic woman who would like to be, you know, a big business woman. It's for women-owned enterprises, small, medium enterprises, and also who would like to get opportunities that can be provided through public procurement. and getting private sector as well to invest in public procurement and to bring women-owned enterprises on board, but much more than that, to incubate them, to also strengthen them, and to enable them to grow and be more competitive. And particularly now, when there aren't enough jobs, bringing in women-owned enterprises and also through public-private sector participation, finding opportunities where those enterprises can fit and thrive is what we are looking at. And this Women Economic Assembly, which is going to be launched by our president on the 6th, is something we are looking forward to, because it's not a one-time event. It is actually an announcement of the processes that are going to take place. Look at the Women Economic Assembly as a coalition of action that ensures ongoing participation of women-owned enterprises. And we are going to be looking also, Nhlanhla, at which sectors are coming up with the most innovative models that show women accessing funding, women-owned enterprises, penetrating the market environment and succeeding. And we are hoping that through monitoring that implementation, sharing best practice, we are going to see that growing. In a way, the difficult period we are going through, Nhlanhla, is bringing up through this process that special spirit of South Africans that are able to come together across sectors, across race and gender, to ensure that they build a winning spirit. And we are going to build more on those alliances. We are going to be looking closely at the different sectors. We are going to be looking also at how women enterprises grow out of this, and how Mama in rural areas is also brought in on board, but also that women in big enterprises are also brought in as well.
Thank you very much. And again, congratulations, a big congratulations. Much, much important work you are doing. Dr. Namane Magau is the coordinator of Women Economic Assembly South Africa. Thank you, ma'am.